Hey everybody, how you doing? Hope you're well. Purple Stitch here. I thought I would show you the dreaded task. It's only dreaded because it's scary, of washing the Painting Fairy cross stitches and the TikTok Shop Fairy cross stitch, so that you can see all the paint comes off and they look much better. However, I forgot to do it from the beginning, so you're just getting the catch up. I'll turn you around. So here is the owl, and most of the paint is off now. I wouldn't put them all in together normally. I'd wait. Oops, sorry. I'd wait till, the paint was off, because you don't want the paint from one colour in the other. But they're just tiny bits left now. In fact, you can barely see it. There's a little 16 count there, which tells you what the size of the material is. To come off, and then there's the hamster. He's almost done as well. Just a little bit of pink there, and then the coffee cup one is in there as well. And again, they're all at about the same level now, so they're just tiny bits left to come off. They're being a bit stubborn, to be honest, but slowly. Right, and then what I do when I've done them is I put them into a towel. So I put them in. Here's the fairy from the TikTok shop. Put them into there. You can see all of her colour has come out. She's not got any paint anymore. No numbers here. So she's looking good. She's ready to go on a bag. And then I just roll her up, because that way you don't want to screw them up. You don't want them to be all wrinkled. And just squeeze them down. Like that. And then that dries them out sufficiently, and then I'm fortunate enough to have an Aga. Unfortunately, it's not on at the moment, so I'm going to take my fairy and ignore the dog bowl there and put her up here on the Aga. Like I say, she's not on yet, but you want to air dry them, not anything else, just so they don't shrink or anything like that. And there she is. So she'll hang on there now until she's dry. It's quite a nice backdrop, isn't it? And then I've got Sailor Moon up here already done as well. So she's already drying. The grid you can see on there is from the shoe rack, which is my drying rack, not from the grid on the canvas. So she's pretty much done. So there's just this little lot to come now, and to be honest, sorry, I keep putting you too close so you can't see them. To be honest, I will probably just be sewing around, folding them up and sewing them anyway. So I'll probably go with how they are now. But yeah, all the grids have gone. You can't see any of the stuff underneath, and his eyes look stunning, don't they? So let's pop him in the towel. Ignore all my kitchen accoutrements there. And there's my hamster. He is gorgeous, the hamster, with his needle and purple thread, because obviously he's made by me, so his thread had to be purple. There we go. There's those. Pull that down. Now this towel is very old, so there's no chance of any red dye from the towel going onto those, so that's all right. But don't use a new towel if you're doing the whole rolling thing, because you will just take the paint from the towel, the colour from the towel, and it will taint the Ada of the cross stitch. And then there's just the coffee cup to come out now, and then put that in there as well. And again, this one I'm just going to fold at this point anyway, and sew onto the bag. Let me see if I can stand you up so you can see what I'm doing. I'm lucky enough to have a flippy phone. There we go. So you can see that I'm just going to roll this up now. And the rolling will take off a lot of the last of the paint as well. Yeah. I realise that's a little bit close. Okay, so we're all in there. Just give it a squeeze. Can you tell I'm not a photographer, or a videographer, I should say. And then there's enough water out of those that they can now go straight onto the drying racks. There's the coffee cup, which we will put next to Sailor Moon. Again, still a little bit of red on that one, but I'm not worrying about it. Let's take these over. There's my hamster, and there is my owl. Oh dear, I'm not very good at this whole videoing thing when I've got to move and do something as well. So let's put these up here. Okay, so my kitchen now looks like Wishy Washy's laundry, but we'll have some dry cross stitches before much longer. There we go. So that's how you dry and wash and dry the paint off your stamped cross stitch. Just clean water, soak them, rinse them, soak them, rinse them until the water runs clear. Done. Now I've got a sopping wet towel and a kitchen to clean. So take care, everybody. Bye.